see me because she's licking my hand. It was a safe drive, and we spent as little time and money as possible in Arizona.
Woo!
We had a blast and learned a lot, and we met a lot of people. And in case you guys are kind of wanting to stay connected with Public Citizen, we're still doing boycott BP campaigns. You can go to citizen.org and find out more about that. And this was my first Netroots Nation conference, and I think the theme of it was, as far as I could tell, was basically how we need to form coalitions with unlikely partners, in particular labor unions. They had a lot of people during the keynotes and the panels that were either representatives from unions or had worked with unions in the past, and it just basically spoke to this new green economy that everybody keeps talking about that we want to kickstart. If we want to be a part of it, then we need to be aligned with the workers that are actually going to be doing these green jobs that we keep screaming about and being excited about. So, on that note, check out your local union, check out the major ones like the AFL-CIO and SEIU, teachers unions and things like that. But I was really happy to see that, you know, something like Netroots Nation was really connecting to kind of the people on the ground and the people that really are going to bring about change. So that was exciting for me. What about you, Ryan?
Awesome. Yeah, ditto. Oh, but yeah, and the one of the conferences I went to was actually a comedian satire panel the last day, and they were also talking about what their job is really in the grand scheme of things, and their job is to piss people off. Really, as a satirist, you're if you're not pissing someone off, then you're not really doing your job right. And I think that kind of is a good message for everybody in the progressive community. If what you're doing isn't pissing someone off, you're probably not doing it right.
Doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
Like right now.
Like right now? Am I being too friendly?
Yeah, you're being too friendly. Be more cantankerous.
Yeah. So that's about it from Netroots Nation, I guess.
Yeah, the only thing I'd add is there are big. The only thing is we've got big problems we've got to solve, and major fundamental changes that have to be made, problems with campaign finance and openness and accountability. The disclose bill went down in the Senate this week. That's terrible. Because there are a lot of vested interests in blocking progress. And it's our job to break down those barriers and keep that from happening. And we need to be the grassroots. We need to grow our community and, like Melissa was saying, work in all communities and bring people together so that we're all speaking together with one.
Tack on one last thing, and Ryan can actually speak to it a little bit more if you guys want to get involved with Texans Against Nebraska. We actually did a little pit stop at Sweetwater before we got back home, and something Ryan was really getting into it. He was getting chewed out, but he's so great.
Debate with someone?
Yeah, I know. No, but he did such a good job and was really, focused and stayed on point and tried making people, understand what was going on. But going back to the jobs thing and the union thing, there was this one older gentleman who was just fighting with Ryan. I think it felt just to fight with him, and he basically said, "Why are you here? Are you here to bring jobs? Because if you're not, then I don't want to talk to you." And, this guy had white hair, he looked older, he looked like he could be somebody's grandfather, and he was worried about jobs for his children, for his grandchildren, for his family. And so I think that really speaks to the fact that these industries, these dirty industries come in and they dangle jobs in front of these people, and they don't have jobs. And so when they hear that, they're like, well, we got to get on board with that. The mayor in Sweetwater is on board with that, and that's ridiculous. So, in the tradition of pissing people off, call Ryan, get involved with Texans Against Nebraska, send a letter, figure out what's going on in your area. Do you want a dirty coal plant by you? No, I don't.
I had a blast. Couldn't have asked for better people to go to Netroots Nation with. Melissa,
Woo!
You guys are awesome. See y'all in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah.